Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. News at 12.
For the local scene, Albay extends fuel assistance to Santo Domingo workers. The provincial government of Albay has provided fuel assistance to qualified farmers, fisherfolk, public utility jeepney drivers, and tricycle drivers in Santo Domingo. Under the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situations, or AICS program, each beneficiary received 2,000 pesos in financial assistance to help offset rising fuel costs. Provincial officials said the assistance is intended to ease transportation and operating expenses for workers whose livelihoods depend on fuel. The distribution forms part of the provincial government's continuing efforts to provide immediate support to the transport, agriculture, and fisheries sectors. Officials says the initiative reflects Albay's commitment to helping vulnerable communities through timely financial assistance and responsive social welfare programs. Moreover, Albay strengthens livestock programs, prepares 2027 plans. The Albay Veterinary Office has a strengthened coordination with local stakeholders as it reviewed livestock programs and outlined priority initiatives for 2027 during its third quarter coordinating meeting. Veterinarians, municipal agriculturists, and animal health extension workers gathered to discuss ways to improve animal health services and enhance disease surveillance across the province. Officials also reviewed first semester accomplishments and identified key activities for the third quarter to ensure the effective implementation of livestock programs. The meeting included updates on swine disease detection and management to reinforce disease prevention and response efforts in Albay. Members of the Provincial Agriculture and Fishery Council also participated in discussions to support closer coordination among agencies involved in the livestock sector. The Albay Veterinary Office also presented its proposed 2027 investment plans as part of efforts to build a more resilient, productive, and disease-free livestock industry in the province. Meanwhile, TESDA to offer free services at Albay Job Fair. The Technical Education Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, will provide a range of free services during the PESO Albay Job Fair 2026 on August 20 at the Albay Astrodome. Available services include free training enrollment, renewal of national certificates and certificates of competency, resume printing, pre-employment orientation, skills demonstration, and the release of allowances to qualified TESDA beneficiaries. The one-day job fair will also bring together local and international employers, giving job seekers direct access to employment opportunities and career development resources. PESO Albay is encouraging applicants to bring multiple copies of their updated resumes, valid identification cards, and other supporting documents to facilitate job applications and access on-site services. Pre-registration remains open through the official online platform, with 455 applicants already signed up for the event. Officials say the activities aims to expand employment opportunities while providing Albayanos with easier access to government services and skills development programs. In the national scene, Insurance Chief pledges cooperation amid Ombudsman suspension. Insurance Commission Commissioner Reynaldo Regalado on Wednesday assured his full cooperation with the Office of the Ombudsman after it placed under preventive suspension over a complaint filed by an insurance firm. Regalado said he respects the Ombudsman's authority and is confident the allegations will be evaluated fairly based on the facts, evidence, and applicable law. The complaint filed by the SCCI management and insurance agency alleged that Regalado gave preferential treatment to a consortium aggregated under the Passenger Personal Accident Insurance Program. So CSSI also claimed the consortium submitted documentary requirements late, failed to meet accreditation requirements, and that the IC did not promptly act on its request for documents. In his counter affidavit, Regalado said the accreditation complied with existing circulars, was evaluated under the same standards, and that SCCI's requests were properly addressed. The IC also noted that the Manila Regional Trial Court Branch 180 previously upheld the validity of Circular Letter number 2022-05-17 and ruled that accrediting a third insurance pool did not violate any law or regulations. Meanwhile, the SWD reaches 5 million family food pack stockpile. The Department of Social Welfare and Development has reached a national stockpile of 5 million family food packs, marking a milestone in the government's disaster preparedness efforts. The SWD Assistant Secretary Leo Cantilla said Wednesday the achievement was made under the agency's Buong Bansa Handa program. Cantilla said the milestone reinforces the Marcos administration's commitment to ensure that no Filipino family is left behind during times of crisis. He said the BBH program expanded the country's disaster logistic network through additional hubs and spokes, upgraded warehouse facilities, automated food pack production, and stronger partnership with the private sector, non-government organizations, and civil society organizations. The DSW said its relief supplies are strategically prepositioned nationwide and continuously replenished to ensure their quality and availability for immediate deployment to disaster-hit areas. Cantilla said the agency also uses a barcode-based inventory system to track the production, storage, distribution, and expiration of family food bags. He said each food bag is assigned a barcode containing its production and expiration dates to ensure those nearing expiration are prioritized for immediate distribution. Cantilla said the DSWD will continue to invest in innovation, modernize its disaster response systems, and strengthen its operational capabilities to provide faster and more responsive assistance to Filipinos affected by emergencies and calamities. And another story. Ajong says OVP at center of confidential fund transactions. Lanao del Sur Representative Zia Alonto Ajong said the testimony of two former land bank managers showed that the office of the Vice President was at the center of transactions involving confidential funds. Ajong pointed to the testimony of the former bank officials who said Land Bank received advance notice before Gina Acosta encashed for 125 million treasury checks on behalf of the OVP. He said the testimony indicated that the OVP, then headed by Vice President Sara Duterte, was directly linked to the transactions. Ajong also said it would be unfair for the Commission on Audit to hold only Acosta and Mr. Fajardo accountable, saying they were merely following orders. For the news outside the country, WFP warns El Nino could worsen global hunger by 2027. The United Nations World Food Program warned Wednesday that the strengthening El Nino weather pattern could push at least 49 million more people into acute food insecurity by the end of 2027. The agency said the number of acutely food insecure people in 45 vulnerable countries could rise from about 225 million to 274 million. WFP Acting Executive Director Carl Escau said El Nino poses a major threat to millions of people already struggling with hunger. He said severe floods, droughts, and extreme temperatures could quickly push communities from coping to crisis, adding that the WFP has already expanded early response efforts in 8 countries. The WFP said El Niño is expected to peak between September and December 2026, but its impacts are likely to continue throughout 2027 due to disruptions in future harvests. The largest effects are expected in Central America, Southern Africa, Eastern Africa, and Southeast Asia. The agency said Latin America and the Caribbean could see more than 16 million people affected, while East and Southern Africa may experience deteriorating food security for more than 18 million people. WFP also projected that an additional 8.2 million people in Asia and the Pacific and nearly 6 million more people in West and Central Africa could face acute food insecurity. Since May, the agency has activated anticipatory action plans in 6 countries, providing more than $14 million in assistance to around 500,000 people. The WFP said every $1 invested in preparedness can save between $3 and $7 in future losses and response costs. Meanwhile, AI-generated sexual deepfake cases targeting children double in Japan. Cases involving artificial intelligence-generated sexual deepfakes targeting children more than doubled in Japan during the first half of 2026. According to the National Policy Agency, police handled 123 cases in the first 6 months of the year, surpassing the 60 recorded during the same period last year and the 114 cases reported for the whole of 2025. The agency said the increase reflects the rapid spread of generative AI and its advancing image editing capabilities. Junior high school students accounted for 79 victims, followed by 38 high school students, 3 elementary school pupils, and 3 others whose backgrounds could not be determined. In 83 cases, the suspects were classmates or students from the same school as the victims. 7 cases involved individuals who meet the victims through social media or other online platforms. Police also identified 4 cases where children unknown to the suspects were secretly photographed in public before their images were altered into sexually explicit content. Those suspects have been referred to prosecutors as the end of June, while investigations into the remaining cases are continuing. The National Police Agency said it will intensify public awareness campaigns on the illegal use of AI while pursuing criminal investigations and cracking down on such offenses. And a related update to our country. Senators hail Ayala's title as inspiration for Filipino youth. Senator said Alexandra Ayala has become a powerful role model, especially for young Filipino girls, showing that they can dream big, compete fearlessly, and succeed on the world stage. Senator Risa Hontiveros said Ayala carried not only her personal ambitions but also the hopes of the nation while showcasing Filipino talent to the world. Lawmakers said Ayala's championship is not the end of her journey but a milestone that could inspire and open opportunities for a new generation of Filipino athletes. That ends our news break for today, August 6, 2026. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our new newsbreak writers, Elza Lorejo and Ian Bowetre. And on the technical side, we have Richard Bobes. To our Provincial Information OIC, Marty Gonzalez, under the supervision of our Governor Noel Irosal. This has been your anchor, Anessa P. Babb. Thank you for subscribing. Albay in my heart.